What's up? It's Coach Indy on the Thick Fit Nurse Life podcast. And today's topic is 5+ ways you can stay on track with your fitness journey despite travel, despite being a travel nurse. So, uh, a lot of people either go on trips or take a travel assignment and they'll be like, I gained 10 pounds. Oh my God. And that's never a good feeling when you're trying to stay on track with a fitness journey, but you're not able to, or you just feel so down, so discouraged, so defeated due to all the takeout foods, maybe not having access to a gym, maybe not having the same equipment that you normally would. And the everyday struggles of just traveling. So yeah, we're filming the Thick Fit Nurse Live podcast, but if you're watching this on Facebook, let me know where you are tuning in from. So these are my top 5 tips in order to either lose weight while you're on vacation or on a travel assignment, or at least not go home with 10 extra pounds. You know how long it takes to lose 10 pounds? It depends on your like current body fat percentage, but it could be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days just to lose 10 pounds. And the fact that you can gain that just over one trip or, one travel assignment can be super discouraging. So let's get into it. So here's the solution. One of my top 5 ways to stay on track is to avoid fried foods as much as possible. And there's a reason for this. You might be like, no, India, Coach Indy, don't take my fried foods away. But the thing is that, like, for instance, fries is one thing that I try to stay away from the most when I'm on vacation or when I am just actually in my everyday life, quite to be quite honest with you. Because if you think about it, fries that fall in the crevices of your car and they're still good, just as if they were cooked the other day and they've been there for months or years. Think about what it's doing in your body. Now, granted, our body does have moisture and acids and whatnot. However, the thing is they simply just do not decompose the same as like whole foods, for instance. And that is a red flag to me. So some tips that you can do are like packing snacks in advance, dried fruit, dried fruits, dried veggies on the road. They even have veggie fries nowadays that you can do. Excuse me. And I will say that I used to take a ton of road trips with my kids. I've been to like Washington, D.C. with them. I've been to, and this was when we lived in Columbus, Ohio. So we lived all the way north, and we've literally gone from Columbus, Ohio, all the way to Tampa and Kissimmee and Miami and all kinds of places with my kids. They are very well traveled, and we did our best to not have to stop. Let's put it that way. And so we would bring a cooler with us. So if you're a travel nurse, for instance, that drives quite a bit, being able to um, pack foods is a hack. Like, that was the hack that kept me on point. And I even tell my clients this, like, any because people are like, oh well, I don't want to pack, like it's so inconvenient. But the thing is that it's not about um being it's not about, being prepared is half the battle. Honestly, being prepared is the battle. It is the battle. And that's why you see personal trainers stressing so much. Meal prepping. My thing is packing your lunch bag and keeping foods in your passenger seat, in your lunchbox, in your cooler, whatever, anything you can fit in a lunchbox that's um, minimally processed. Like, for instance, apples, bananas, oranges, um, yogurts, uh, applesauce, the little Dole cups that you can buy of fruit. And the thing is that fried foods, they just don't offer any nutritional value and they're high in calories. So it's going to be super hard for you to stay on your goals if you go with the fried foods, and just other cooking options are going to be better and lower in calories for you people that don't want to track your calories, because it is possible to lose weight without tracking your calories. For people that don't know that, I get hate all the time. I get hate all the time for being the personal trainer that tells you that you don't necessarily have to count calories in order to lose weight. And that's because calorie counting is actually relatively new. And it's not like no one was ever able to lose weight before calorie counting. Now, I do have clients that do count macros, that do count calories. However, they generally start out with intuitive eating. And so, yeah, because the thing is that calorie counting, in my opinion, is for athletes, people that want to step on stage and be super shredded, and they need that nitty gritty. But for the average everyday person that just wants to lose some body fat, that wants to lose 10, 20 pounds, even if you have 100 pounds to lose, intuitive eating can be like a really good tool to use. But I digress. Let me move on. But my second tip is going to be looking for a hotel with a gym um, and a spot to walk. Like, I know it's January currently. However, in the South, if you live down in the South with me, then we still have walkable weather in the winter currently. And there's always the treadmill if you find a hotel with a gym. And there's also just, getting steps around the hotel, doing laps around the hotel, around the resort, or wherever you're traveling. Like, for instance, when we would go to Jamaica and Mexico and things like that, then we used to walk around the resort early in the morning and, get some family strolls in or get some family swims in, whatever, to burn calories. We would even hit the gym in the mornings with the kids. So it's 1,000% possible. If it's possible for, you know, young parents in their 20s with little toddlers and babies to go to the gym on vacation, then it's 1,000% possible for a travel nurse, one, two adults to go and get some extra steps and exercise, which brings me to my next point, which is like planning your workouts in advance. Um, you know, because uh, it's just gonna help you be so much more successful. Like, I remember traveling a lot when we would go someplace, um, like once a month, or even twice a month. or even every 2 months sometimes. We would travel a lot, like a lot. And, traveling on the day that you have to leave or traveling on the day that you're going to arrive is never a good idea. However, like traveling, or excuse me, working out on those days that you're going to arrive, um, or working out on those days that you're going to depart never feels like a good idea because you're getting those last minute packings in. However, doing it on the in between days, whether that's every other day, if you have excursions or you just want to actually enjoy vacation and laying back and relaxing. But the thing is that this has to become a lifestyle in order for you to see long-term success. Um, and so some things that I used to do was I would bring dumbbells with me sometimes, like the super light ones, because obviously you don't want your suitcase being super heavy if you are having to weigh your luggage and pay for it. But I would sometimes bring light dumbbells with me, super thin mats, or I would even use hotel towels as a mat. Um, Bands are really, really great travel options, especially since they have different intensities with them. There's the Max Pro system that's out nowadays that's relatively inexpensive. That actually fits in a backpack, which is super cool. And it's a cable system that has up to 150 pounds resistance. Um, Also, there's workout videos that you can do that are body weight only. And I have workout videos, by the way, that I can give you for free, if that's something that could be useful to you. And I even have my own app that you can download um, and get those workouts, get a free 7-day trial of it. I also would say have a system in place not to overindulge, which again goes back to intuitive eating because ultimately, um, you have goals, right? And ultimately, you don't want that 10 extra pounds. You don't want that 5 extra pounds. A lot of my clients that come to me have actually 30 to 100 pounds to lose. So, what's going to be super key while you're on vacation or while you're on a travel assignment is staying hydrated, eating 80% for your goals and 20% for your fun foods, and also chew slowly. That's actually the number one tip that I can give you is chew slowly, and because it allows you to listen to your hunger cues. It allows you to know when your leptin and your ghrelin are kicking in. And so that way you know that when you stop eating, you're satisfied. Okay. So, um, yeah, so I want you to also look ahead on the menus for balanced meals. So like your veggie, your healthy carb, and I've done nutrition audits on clients before and had uh, looked on their plates and seen pictures of their food where it's literally just protein and carbs. And they're even looking at the pictures of their food and they're like, "Oh my god, I did not realize that all I ate was protein and carbs. I never realized how much I did not eat whole foods." And so making sure that you have a fruit or veggie at every meal is going to be super key. And again, drinking enough water. while you're on vacation. Um, and the thing is that the reason why you want enough fruit and veggies is because you want to make sure that what goes in must come out. I know that that's a little some people don't want to talk about bowel movements, but the thing is that what goes in must come out, because if it's not, then we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. So, um, yeah, getting enough fiber in is going to make sure that you're satisfied, and make sure that you have enough fiber, because and water as well, because fruit is mainly fiber and water. And the thing is that they're also low in calorie, and they help you stay satisfied longer. Protein also helps you stay satisfied extremely long. However, unless it's like a low calorie protein shake, it's going to be higher in calories than fruits and veggies typically. So that's the reason for not overindulging on protein, um, unless you're tracking your food. Um, Also, allows you to eat more in volume. You can eat fruits and veggies all day, every day, and I guarantee, I'd be willing to bet a lot on it that you're not going to gain a ton of weight eating fruits and veggies. So, lastly, is the 80/20 rule. Um, as my tip number 5 to staying on track for travel nurses, or if you are going on a vacation, or if you're a travel nurse going on vacation, heck, is to have something that's balanced and sustainable. Allow for those fun foods, because you don't want to be super restricted, right? You want to make this a lifestyle long term. And if you can't do that, then it's going to lead to binge eating. Restriction leads to binge eating, and you want to be able to pick something that you can do for the rest of your life, which, quite frankly, counting calories is not something that you can do for the rest of your life. I'm just saying, and not stay sane, at least. So, and no offense to people who compete or are personal trainers, but if you are not a personal trainer, if you do not compete at a high level, if this is not your job, if you work 12-hour shifts at the hospital, then it's not going to be something that you may be able to stick to long term. It's something that I put my clients on short term, if they're having trouble gauging what 1,800 calories feels like, for instance, or what that looks like on their plate. But it's not something that I personally recommend long term as something that's sustainable for the rest of your life until the day you die, right? So that is my spiel. That is 5+ ways you can stay on track with your fitness journey despite travel, or being a travel nurse. So, nurse gang, I hope this was super helpful. Um, and let me know your biggest takeaway. So, this was more of an informative thing. Um, I know that recently my posts have been super emotional. In my personal life, I had some craziness go on where I literally lost my memory for days, like a whole week. I didn't even know my name. It was awful. So I already had to write things down. Um, I already had to write things down in order to remember them. So um, I'm just basically coming off the bench, so to speak, of basically feeling like I had a freaking concussion. So I appreciate my patience. I mean, my patience. See, look at me calling my clients patients. I appreciate the patience of my clients. I appreciate those, like my clients were actually the first ones to even reach out to me, quite honestly, even before family. So I appreciate my clients that like reached out, my family that was there for me too. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for the true ride or dies that had my back during my moment of despair. So yeah, it's gonna be a long time coming, still like trying to get my memory back and everything like that. So um, but God is good, all glory to him. And uh as long as God exists, then that's all I have to worry about, quite honestly. But anyways, yeah, so that's just a little update on why my posts have been a little bit weird lately. And some people were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm alive. I'm alive. So as long as I'm alive, even though there's some things that try to take my life, then I'm good." So I have ultimate gratitude for that. My Shiba Inu. So yeah. Um, but yeah. So if you got value, drop a heart. Let me know your biggest takeaway. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, Nurse Gang. I just wanted to give you guys a little update on my personal life too at the end here. So bye, Instagram. Bye, Facebook. I will talk to you guys later. Until next time, Coach Indy signing out. And as always, it's faith, consistency, and hard work that's going to get you to your goals. And if you're interested in learning how I help nurses be able to lose 20 pounds without having to count calories, then hit your girl up. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.